Hey, it's Mike. Thanks for tuning back in. Today's Friday. Here's my Friday video each week. Today, as I promised earlier this week, I am going to do a review of the 3 big company slabs minus BGS. I don't own any BGS slabs, and I can't imagine ever buying any as long as they look the way they do right now. I don't like the labels at all. And that's, to me, that's very important. Now, I haven't weighted the factors that I'm looking into when I review these slabs, but if I did, the label is a pretty big feature, and I don't like the BGS labels at all. There's really nothing good about the top quarter of the BGS slab, in my opinion. So I'm not going to rate them because I don't own any. I also don't own any HGA. I don't like their strange color schemes. I know that's very popular and that's great, but I also don't think HGA is one of the big 4. Maybe they could be at some point. I know they had a lot of problems earlier this year that they're trying to recover from. So I hope they do. It would be great to have more competition in the card grading industry. Before I go on, make sure you go and check out Splendid Sports Cards. I did a interview with him last night. He's an awesome channel. Adam seems like a great guy. Had a lot of fun with that. Buckle up, it's a 45-minute conversation, but I think it was really fun. Hopefully you do too. On Sunday, I'm going to the Portland Card Show here in Maine. I don't know that I'm going to buy anything, but it's really hard to go to a card show and not buy anything. So I'm going to go. I'll have another video. If you're new here, click that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. All right, let's jump right in, and I will go through my criteria and how I rate each of these. And I'm actually going to rate them live because I haven't given this a ton of thought. All right. Hey, so in no particular order, I've got my CSG slab, Bo Bichette, super short print, a Mickey Mantle, Topps rub-offs, and my favorite card of all time, the Bob Cousy rookie autograph from 1957 Topps. Now, don't let it fool you that it's a PSA card and it's my favorite card, or it's PSA slab. I think that PSA is the best autograph grader out there, autograph authenticator, but that doesn't mean that doesn't have anything to do with their slab. So I'm going to go through here what I think about each of these, and I'm going to rank them on a handful of different things. So I've got weight of the slab, the label, and the label will be broken down in 2 different ways: colors and fonts, the slab itself, and any extras, and we'll talk about those as we go through. All right, so for weight, CSG is pretty light. SGC is heavier, as you might expect, because it's bulkier. And PSA is, I don't know. I think PSA might be the lightest, but I'm not sure that the lightest is the best. So this is actually an interesting conundrum. Does lighter mean better? Or does heavier mean better? Post in the comments what you think. Do you want your slabs to be lighter, bulkier, or somewhere in the middle? I'm going to say I like the feel of PSAs better. And SGC's the last. All right, let's talk about the label, the colors. I like CSGs a lot. I like SGCs more. Black and white, very simple. CSGs, I like the black and white of CSG a lot, but they do this weird, I don't know if I can get a good view of this. It's like a mustard color. They call it gold, the logo there, and then the certified sports guarantee. I'm not a fan of that color. PSA's colors are iconic, but I'm not a fan. I'm going to go, I do like the colors of this better than CSG's gold. I think CSGs are really good overall, but that gold really ruins it for me. And when I say I'm not a fan of PSA's colors, I don't like them as much as SGC's, but I do like that they're consistent and they haven't changed for a long, long time. But SGC goes number 1 for me. And then I would say, and this is close for me, I would say PSA 2, CSG 3. Now the fonts, I like CSG's, but it's very small. And the label seems huge to me. Like if you look at SGC's, look at how small the label is compared to CSG's. Same thing here. It's huge. It's a huge label, but the font is very, very tiny. Now, SGC's label, their fonts are good, simple. PSA's labels, their fonts are the best. They're the clearest. Now, let's talk about the actual score, because that's another thing on the label I wanted to cover that I didn't mention before. For CSG, I really like the score, the way they have it, or the grade, sorry. The grade, it says Gem Mint above it, 10. Their old ones were terrible. They had the grade, and then it was off-center. I did a video about this. It was off-center in many, many, many of their labels. Just terrible quality assurance. SGC, I like this a ton. How big that is. And then PSA, it's very tiny. I would put PSA last here. SGC, then CSG, and then PSA on that. So on the labels, across the 3 different grading criterias, that rates them as PSA and SGC tied for first, CSG last. But if I were weighting, that score is much more important. The appearance of the score is more important than the fonts and the colors. So tough to say. Maybe we'll have a tiebreaker. The slab itself, the appearance, not the weight. CSG's is undeniably great. It's clear, it's crisp. It's a great slab, and it's not too big. SGC's also fantastic. I love the tux look. And this one is tough to say because, you know, it's a smaller card and they're trying to fit it into the regular size. But if I take out a normal size card, you can kind of see it better. And this is great. It's bigger. PSA's though is kind of frosted. I don't like the look of PSA's slabs. And I know PSA, their slabs are iconic, they're the most popular, they are the most established, you get the most value from them. But I'm not looking for value. Of course, with an autographed card, you got it. It's, you know, really the best place, or especially for an in-person autograph. I'm gonna say SGC, CSG, PSA. Now, how about intangibles? I guess they're not really intangibles. They are pretty tangible. For instance, CSG, if you have an autograph on your CSG card, you have to turn it over to get the grade, and the grade would be right here in a box. Why? If I want to display my cards, I want to show the grade of the autograph. I don't want to have to turn it over for somebody to be able to see the grade. I think that's a terrible feature of CSG. And again, we're not grading them based on value or price or turnaround time or anything like that. Just the slabs. Other intangibles. That's actually the only intangible I can think of. I guess I really like the SGC holder, the way that it holds the cards with the little kind of, I don't know how you would describe this, like a divot or an indentation in each corner. I really like that. Neither of the other two do it quite the same. So I'm going to say third place, first place, second place. We have 15 points for CSG. We have 11 for PSA. And we have 10 for SGC. That's actually closer than I thought. I thought that CSG, just before I really gave it any thought, I thought I'd have CSG closer to PSA. I did think SGC would win, so it's interesting to have it play out, but I thought SGC would be well above PSA, and they were neck and neck. So closer, much closer than I thought. I'm really curious to hear what your thoughts are in the comments. I don't want you to talk about value. I mean, if you want to, go ahead, but that's not what this is about. Let me know in the comments. If you're new here, click that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching.